Well, hello and welcome. I don't know if I timed that right, but we'll find out. So, like I said, good evening. Welcome to another live stream, and I hope this is better than the one that I ended up actually removing. Yeah, I had a fight with Mr. Jack Daniels, and he kind of won. So the less spoken about that, the better. Anywho, I do hope that you are, well, all coping with the situation right now. And there's a lot of problems. A lot of people just don't seem to get it. I mean, Trump is like, oh, I'm sorry, but I've got to out it to someone. Oh my God. I vote Trump as the biggest comedian of the century. What a bloody joke. Anywho, so, talking of pandemics, I don't care what other people say, but it's not about what you breathe in, it's what you breathe out. So believe me, if you stick your hand up when you cough and you sneeze, it stops it going forward. So, one of these things, which is called a mask, also works. But this one just so happens to be a very special one because it's only available from one person. And I know it's not me. It's actually available from the Gamer's Den. So, you have a Gamer's Den mask, which I shall wear while sitting at home. But I don't know if you can hear me now. It makes me sound so macho. So I'm quite happy to wear the mask if I sound more macho. I'm definitely not the macho type. Anywho, go and visit the Gamer's Den. He is brilliant. He streams right now. He's been doing the whole of the career for Ride 4. And Kent is an amazing guy. Absolutely brilliant. Love him. So Kent, thank you for the mask. Yes, it cost me a few pennies, but it's worth it because I backed another YouTuber. No one backs me. Besides the point, I don't do it for backing. Anyhow. So, like I said, hope you're all doing good. Right, well, for the last week, I have been fighting Windows, NVIDIA, x360 and Ride 4. Big time. I'm not been a happy chappy. And by the way, I hope the music is not too loud. It's from Ben Sounds and it's royalty free. So I thought I'd put something on in the background so at least make it a little bit more cheerful. So we're not like sitting here watching me going blah, 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 blah. So let's hope that makes it a little bit more cheerful anyhow. I just put like on a selection of what he's got and left it at that. So anywho, this video entails the new ASUS Strix RTX 3080. Oh, OC. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's just sweet. But I have a terrible feeling the graphics drivers still have not been made as they should be. I mean, it's, how can I say? I don't know, I'm just going to make sure my bloody stream is actually going. It's I forgot then, it's like, oh, it says end stream, so no, I don't think I have to push anything now on YouTube, but YouTube has changed. And it's really screwed up some of my videos, but there you go. But no, anyhow, point being, I used to have a Strix 2070 OC and never had a problem when I got 3 50-inch screens in 4K. So I'm running triple screens to start with, which takes a lot out of your GPU. In 4K, and so yeah, I've only got it at 60. So I'm not doing the 120 or 144. But the point being, it depends how good the graphics drivers are. And I really got a feeling that the one that's out there at the moment, that even Nvidia is still new to Ampere, and it's going to take a few drivers before we really get some decent performance and no compatibility issues. So I think that's where I've had a problem with X360 and the way that power management in Windows is working. I've got an 850 watt PSU, and my system, when I'm playing a game or even when I'm benchmarking, only draws 520, 540 watts. So I've got over 200 watts spare on my PSU, but I've been having USB points turn off, but only X360. So it's actually to do also with X input, and this is what I'm going to show you now. That's why I've got certain windows open. So first point is my controller USB. It's plug and play USB 2 from Leo Bodnar. Automatically recognized, never a problem, and this never shuts off. So its connection to Windows never shuts off, always there. But when this is then going through X360, X360 is getting cut off, not my controller. And this is the problem. And if you look in this window here where my mouse is going, so this is my device manager. And these guys here are all of my HIDs, so my USB inputs. And when you double click or right click, and I'll pull this to the side, you see power management. You need to ensure that this allow Windows to shut the bloody thing off is not checked. And you've got to do that for every USB device you have. And then underneath, you've got all of your hubs. So all of your USB hubs, you need to go through every single one that is under this. Okay, so universal serial bus controllers, you need to right click or double click, go to your properties on each one of those and ensure that when it says power management, this is not clicked, because if it's clicked, it will get shut off. That's only part of it. There's a lot more on it, but the problem is Windows has a temporary problem right now where it will change, even though, and you've got to restart your computer to make sure it sticks right now. But Windows will, once in a while, decide, oh, I've got a hair up my bum, and actually change that setting back. And it will check it, even though you've already unchecked it. It's a bug there somewhere. And one thing, and this is my biggest gripe, right now you see where it says USB input device, right? All of these. Which one is for which device? And we're in 2020 and it's never changed. Why can't they say which device this is for? This should say, oh, that's my ROG Spada. That's my camera, that's my HS3 controller, that's x360ce when it starts up. It should give an explanation for it, which one is which, because that way you can then determine what one you've got a problem with. But for now, you're fucked. You are literally stuffed. It only says USB device. And I mean, really? They don't have the intelligence at Microsoft to explain which USB input device it is and then have in brackets that device name, because Windows knows what it is. All they have to do is simply put a bloody explanation next to it. They got it in other points. Sorry, a gripe. That's why we've got music. Right, so that's that point out of the way. Now, I've been trying for the last week, all different settings, everything. So another part of this video is I actually it went over my head. I've been so busy. I was on Windows version 1903 and apparently there was 1904, 1909, then 2004. Why call one that comes out in 2020 2004? How bloody confusing is that? And then the one that's come out this month is called 2009, and once again it's 2020. But the 2004 is version 20H1. The one I've now got, which is 2009, sorry, is 20H2. Why can't they just figure their fucking versions out? Seriously. Anyhow, if I went to look for updates, no, it wasn't there. So in the end I had to hunt for it and go to Microsoft to get it. Well, I installed it today. It's been working fine and gave me less problems than when I upgraded from the one before 1903. So far, like I said, this video is about different points. So we've got a slight gripe on the drivers for the 3080. The issue I have with power cutting out, even when I've got enough power in Windows, is still a Windows power management issue, even in 20H2, so the latest version of Windows. X360ce has different versions from, so the 3 point whatever, you had to place the exe in the game file folder, the installation folder. With the ones from 4.0 upwards, you could put them anywhere and it would work. But as soon as I installed the new 3080 graphic drivers and had a Windows update, it kept cutting out. So there is an issue there. But today, after a week of fighting, I think I've come up with a solution. You have to use the old 3 point whatever it was. I think I can find it. I'm going to have to look. It'll be around here. I can actually give you the version. So if we open up this new window, so the only last one was the 3.2.8 of x360ce. If you use that, which is the one that you have to install into your game folder, you then delete the exe file, then you download the x360ce 4.15, and then you keep a copy of it in a folder, and then you copy that and paste the exe into the same folder as your game, so where you would your normal one, but you have to install the 3.2 and install all the other files before, and then delete the exe and then paste the 4.15 in it, and that will stop it from cutting out. It took me a long time to actually figure out the correct way to do it in order to get it to function so it wouldn't drop out, so I could do more than a lap in RAID 4. And the frustration, what with controller cutting out and the atrocious AI, yeah, I've been screaming for the last bloody week. So I will make a bit better video on this. I just wanted to explain and let people know that, because the biggest worry for me was, is there an issue with my system on Windows? But now I know it's 100%, there's no problems with my systems. I mean, I can hook it up and do it in GB, so I don't need no additional software, it just goes, boom. But I need to prove for other programs, for my other people buying systems that are not using cheaper bikes. It's got to work. So this system's a week late being sent out because I can't send it out until I know it works in Wave 4, TTI Le Mans, MotoGP20, and now I've been able to do so. So we're actually going to do a live test on that one. Now I'm not going to do a whole lap. I'm not going to be racing. I'm not going to be going balls out. I'm literally doing a live test to show, yes, this is the cure to the virus. Well, virus I've had. It's been a bloody nightmare. I'm just hoping the bloody stream's going out. Well, I'll find out when I finish. Now, for this test, it doesn't matter whether I've got the foot controls or not, but I am sick and tired of having to connect the foot controls, move the handlebars, get on the computer, do that. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. I'm doing it for a week long. I'm a week behind on building because I've been doing this, because my computer is my life. So, yeah. Oh, the music kind of pepped up where I'm like kind of ranting. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Rissa rassa. That was Dick Darsley and oh shit, I've forgotten the cartoon. With Penelope Pit Stop. Oh, she was so hot. I'd have done Penelope, absolutely. Yeah, well, less said about that, the better, huh? At least it's not a kiddie channel. And I run out of Fosters. And my ex-Aussie girlfriend, she knew I was drinking Fosters. Yeah, Fosters! You can't get Castlemaine or Two's New or, 4X. Anywho, so I guess now let's see if we can actually ride. So the way I've found to do it, it's a bit of a pain, but I mean this is a controller that's not your gamepad, and I don't play for like being a kiddie wanting points and I'm the fastest in the world because I use a gamepad. I can get on a real bike and kill myself on the first corner. I know how to ride a real bike. I use real motorcycle controls. End off. Not out there to prove points. I'm not in the mood. I'm fucking shattered. So, oh yeah, I left this song in there because it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of whatever. It's cheerful. And I think everyone right now needs a bit of cheerful. So, what we're going to do, I actually have to turn the music off because I'm terrible. I can't ride if there's music playing. I can't talk. If I talk and listen to music, I'm fucked. I'll crash myself. So, right, we're going to stop you. Right. And now, so first off, we're going to try Isle of Man TT. So I've got the game folder open. So in direct install folder, which is for Steam. So TT Isle of Man, I've got my x360ce. I've got the INI file and 2 DLLs. The 1.3 and 1.4 seem to be the most common that you need. So that's really all I ever use. So I'm going to start my x360. So, and you hear it where it says, right, it's the same as a controller. If you plug something in, Windows says, hey, you just plug something in. So this is now my x360 controller. Now what I do is, because I've got 2 different screens, well 3 different screens, but I've got my main game screen, and then I leave x360 open, put it onto another screen, and then when I'm in the game, if I want to, I can pull the side of the track I play in a windowed mode, so I can just drag the mouse over, go straight to X360. I can then basically go to left stick, and it remembers every other setting except the most important, which is your anti-dead zone. So, and this is one point where I have found with the new graphic card, and this is the one point that I wanted to bring up with 3080, because I've got a lot higher FPS in 4K than I had with my 2070. My actual controller input latency is lower, and you really actually feel it. So it's not just a case of, yeah, I don't go for FPS, I go for feel. And it seriously does make a big difference. Where I'd normally have the steering set for an anti-dead zone because of the latency at a certain FPS, for how it's programmed for a gamepad, because your little thumb's only doing that, whereas I'm doing this, or rather I'm doing this. Okay, now you look at the amount of time that I have to take to turn my bars over. There's no way you'll be as quick as that. And that's why you guys, where you break records, it's because you've got little controls that are for little thumbs, for little kiddies that think, and sorry, I'm not taking the piss, or I am taking the piss. You can't ride a bike doing that. That is not riding a fucking bike, alright? It's a big difference. And playing a game that's programmed for a gamepad in first person with a set of handlebars is a whole different ball game. So your FPS is important, and that whole latency between controller input and the screen reaction is so much more imperative. So anyhow, that's what I do. And what I do is, and I'm going to do it now, I'm going to drag it off to my other screen, stick it over there, and that way, if I'm not happy how I feel when I get into Isle of Man TT, I'll simply scoot over. It will pause Isle of Man TT. Ride 4 it doesn't pause, but it will pause Isle of Man TT. But then I can adjust that steering setting or sensitivity and get back on the bike and see if it feels better, and I can adjust it on the way. And that's why I use 415. I've tried 413, 411, 410. They're all the ones that you can do just on your desktop. But if you want it to work, you need to put the new versions in your install folder and still have an INI file and the 2 DLLs. Otherwise it will cut out if you've got problems like me. So that's the cure, basically. So let's see if I've got the cure for the virus. Oh, I'll be a fucking billionaire. Right, so now, got that done. We can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Now, minimize that little bugger. And now, oh no, yeah, so start TT Isle of Man. Why do they have a rally car foot control intro for a motorcycle game? Just doesn't make any sense, to be quite honest. Right, well, the button worked there. Right. So, like I said, I'm just gonna only do a little bit of the track. I'm not going to be racing. I'm just going to be seeing if, because the one thing I haven't done, obviously, is I've done all the testing. The only point I haven't done is with the live stream. So I've done all this testing except for live streaming. Like I said, Windows has been cutting out my controller as if it didn't have power, whereas I've permanently got, right now I've still got another 300, right, for my whole house is drawing 867 watts. I've got 850 watt power supply. My TVs alone are taking up 240 watts. Then I've got another 100 watts going out for lighting. Okay, so I've got more than enough power on my PSU that it wouldn't cut out a USB device that uses 5 volts. And bugger all watts. I think my controllers actually use like 5 or 6 watts. I mean, excuse me. Right, so. My eyes are shattered as fuck. We're just gonna go straight through. Right, and if you look in the left hand corner, you'll see the FPS and that. I even uninstalled GeForce and everything. And you've got to remember, these frame rates are... I might have to do my steering. Yeah, I've got to do my steering. Alright, so... See, I've got a big fucking dead zone there. Right. That's come from somewhere. Where's that big dead zone come from? Right, I'm going to have to play around a bit with my dead zone, so you guys are going to have to excuse me. Like I said, this is the old point. Oh, I've got a massive dead zone. I don't understand it. That wasn't there before. See, here we go. The difference between live streaming and whoa. Now this is the biggest difference I've had in the whole time since I've been using this damn thing. So I'll just stick that all the way at 11 and see what happens. No, there's something wrong somewhere. This can seriously not be true. Right, you bugger. And this is live streaming. This is frustrating me now. That is a big light. Big bloody gap. Stop, you fucker. Where the hell is that dead zone? Right now, that is a long way to go, but I want to see. Bloody hell, that was near, huh? I know, it's reading from the old INI. Now, the thing is, it never did this when I was almost there. So do I go with more or less? We're at a number I have never used before. I'm going to take it down to 30. And 30 has never ever been used. That actually feels like it needed more. Bloody hell. Stop complaining, you bitch. Right, this is something I have not been through. This is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. looks like every time I do it, or is it sensitivity that's wrong? Let's try sensitivity. No. Okay, now this has surprised me. I have not had a problem using it at all. Always been within 3 or 4 has been like the setting. But now I'm live streaming, it's totally different. And this is where I'm wondering if there is an issue with different drivers and different scenarios. This is why I wanted to do a live stream. So I'll take it up all the way up there, which is absolutely unbelievably. It's still got a notch in the middle. But it's a figure I have never seen before. And I'm talking like in the last 6 years. But I've got this dead zone and I've hit bloody 46. I can't believe I've got to go further. I've never done figures like this. Now I've got a definite point there. I think I've gone past the point. I'm at 55. I have never ever seen it around that. I'll bring the sensitivity in down to 3 again. See that slight notch there? Thing is though, it's not actually cutting off, but I've not got the finesse I had before. I've had to adjust it totally differently. Ugh. This is so I've got this non-smooth point. So I need to get that out. Like I said, people, now hear that? Do you hear the crackling? I had it in RAID 4, and this is why I said there's a problem with the graphics driver. In RAID 4, if I got clipped by one of the AI, which they always do, they always hit you, it would have this really bad sound that basically was an error in, so it was causing a problem with the game. So at a certain point there was if you had contact with another bike, it caused an issue with the audio driver. And I just had that now. I'm wondering if it seriously is the graphics driver for the 3080 causing conflicts with different programs in different scenarios. Like I say, it's hard. I really can't ride when I'm talking. But right now we're down to what? 87, bloody hell. Okay, now this is also a point. I've never seen the graphics down to the 80s. And this is 4K Ultra. But you've got to remember I'm running 3 screens, I'm streaming. And I've been working all day and my eyes are absolutely knackered. And this is really weird how I've had to adjust the settings for the steering. I've got it at 47 and 3 right now. So 47 for anti-dead zone. 47. I was doing it on 3. But while I'm streaming, it seems different. I'm going to have to do a test again where I'm offline. Because this is really weird. I don't know this track. I've probably only ridden this a whole lap, like 4 or 5 times in reality, since it came out. I just haven't had time. And for me, it's always about testing. So I test like half the track. Oh, I wasn't thinking. But, well, it's working quick enough. My reactions are quick enough. It's just I don't know the bloody track, but... So now we're down, we're down to 90 FPS, 82 FPS, 85. It's lower than it was. Oh yeah, but I wasn't streaming, so yeah, I forgot that. Right, so we can actually leave that there, the TTI Le Mans, but now at least you can see it does work, it's not cutting out. So that was the main issue. So now it's not cutting out Le Mans TT. So one thing. And you see basically what it is. So RTX 3080 OC from ASUS Strix, TTI Le Mans 4K Ultra, so everything bumped all the way up. Basically switching between 80 to 100 plus. I know for a fact that when I do it when I'm not streaming and I've only using the one screen, I'm flipping between 140 and 190. So there's a big difference. All depends what your graphic card's having to deal with at the time. So if you've got one screen, you're going to be doing 4K Ultra at 140 to 190. No problem. It's just the way I've got 3 50-inch screens and I'm streaming, so it makes a difference. Right, let's get out of here. While we're doing that, let's stick some music on. Boop doop doop boop. Right, yeah, we're gonna leave. Oh, you can't. Yeah, and why can't you use a mouse? What is it with people that make games for consoles? They have to make them on a bloody PC, but then they make a PC version where you can't use a fucking mouse. Grow the fuck up, bastards. Piss me off. It's like Le Mans TT is the worst to try and set up your fucking controller with. Yeah, I want to leave. Fuck off. Right, so I do have this one open, which was from Le Mans TT, but we're going to close that one down. I'm going to open exactly the same one, but this time in, where are we? Steam. So we want to go back. That should take me to Ride. So I'm going to open the one from Ride. Now, you see, you might not have this problem on your PC and might just be able to run the one file, which I've been doing until a week ago. I could just start the one program a week ago and it'd be no problem. But since I had a couple of Windows updates before the new version. I had a couple of Windows updates. Then I had the 3080 turn up, so I put new driver in. And I started having issues. I feel like I've seriously been... I sat on something really pokey without any Vaseline and it really hurt my bottom. It's been a nightmare. Anyway, let's see if we can do something in Ride 4. Is it going to cut out? Am I going to have the same issue with control setup? So what I'm going to do now, I'll show you. Right, so you got our x360. You go to your left stick, and this is how I had it for Ride 2. And basically I had anti-dead zone 3 and sensitivity, more sensitivity in the center at 2. I do think I need to have it at 3. I'm going to leave it at that. Slide that onto my other screen. Leave it there. Oh, I forgot to put my sensors on. Right, so it's like my graphics card's sitting at 39 degrees at the moment. I think when I start it up, where's Ride 4? There it is. Right. I hope the music's not been too bad and the stream's actually working. Oh, you know the one thing I wanted to do? Shit poo. I wanted to get rid of me being so big. Oh, I forgot that on Isle of Man. Sorry. I'm a bummer, innit? Oh well, whatever. That's one of those things. You know, I'm looking through the screen. It went straight over my bloody head. Oh, I'm in the way of the fucking screen. That just means I've got to make another one. Well, which I'm going to do anyhow. Once I finally get all of this stuff done, I'll do a proper video on Isle of Man. I'll do a proper one on Ride 4. Right, so let's see if we can go somewhere. It's race. Right now, I couldn't be bothered to use my foot controls, couldn't be bothered to do this, couldn't be bothered to do that. This is a very lazy video. So, let's just do endurance, so we can just sod doing laps and stuff like that. And I won't be on my bike. I've got to have to take a loaner, and oh shit, is that all I got? Right, for old school to like, not really a cow kind of guy, and definitely not green. Green is not a lucky colour to ride a bike with, you know that. So we got that. Now, what track are we going to do? We can do an American one. Come on. What have I got to do? I've got to press E, haven't I? I've got to go E. Is it E? E? Oh, come on. Which one allows me... Don't tell me I'm stuck in America. Oh no, I'm stuck with Trump. Fucking hell. It bloody looks it. It's actually cut my keyboard off. And it's like, yeah, see, E. It's really weird. Right, Brands Hatch. Donington. I don't know, it's something that I just fancy Donington. Yeah, GP. Yeah, you got to do a GP, ain't you? Right, now I'm not going to race. I'm not doing balls out. I want to see what it's like. I can't actually, there's lime green letters on a grey background. I can't read the FPS. I think it's about 9179, 90, 9190. So in the menu we're getting, it went down to 79. I can go to the track, it hopped to 170. 36. Really? Seriously. Oh, I forgot to turn the bloody music off. I really didn't want music while I was riding. Ah, well, whatever. I mean, I can do, but I'm just going to be lazy. And this is actually kind of riding music, isn't it? Right, so let's go to the track. 111, 97, 75. Oh yeah, this is the cutscene. 69, 71. It definitely knocks it. It knocks down about 30 FPS. So streaming knocks off about 30 FPS. Well, no, not 30. Maybe 20 or so. Oh, it's me. Ah, I forgot I was supposed to ride. Right. Now you see, unlike IOM TT, I am talking so much. I basically, the settings are okay. That's right. I cocked out. I'm trying to think. Why were the settings okay in this and not IOM TT? I mean, this is a bit slower. Fuck off. Oh no, get out of my way, bastard. Had to go for a picnic. I do like Road 4 though. Buddy, stop thinking Alan, or stop talking fucking ride. That I do like. Well, this is not about riding. This is seriously about like figuring out what it is with the 3080 right now and the new Windows 10 x360ce causing problems, and like, yeah, I've got to be on the brakes there. As soon as you hit those bloody, you got to be on it. Right, so I've got 102 frames coming past the pits. Oh, I like this bike actually. I mean, I haven't set it up, but it ain't bad at all. But this lot fucking crashed. What the fuck? Dude, seriously. The AI are absolutely atrocious in this. Seriously, I'm not happy with the AI. But I am happy with my 3080. But I tell you what, while I'm gaming right now, I am using about 2 to 3p more an hour. So in England, it's pence per hour. So 100 pence to a pound. But if I'm gaming, my electricity is now up to the whole house 910 watts per hour. And that is 15 pence, and it's normally I'm at 9 pence. So in fact, I'm using 6p an hour more while I'm live streaming and gaming. So if you would do like 10 hours of that, I mean solid gaming, solid streaming, that's only 60 pence an hour a day, you know. But if you were to do a lot during the month, you know, you could probably knock up fucking 30 quid extra on your electricity bill just by using the 3080. Which I'm quite willing to fucking do. Fuck it. If I get the experience, it's just enjoyable. Right now, 113 FPS. Like I said, I'm not really like racing or anything, especially when I'm trying to light a bloody cigarette. Yeah, try doing this with a bloody gamepad. I have actually ridden in GP bikes. I used to do an advert as to how good my system was. I could drink a beer and smoke a cigarette and still ride a lap on GB bikes. I'm bad, I know. Like I said, I'm just fucking around right now. This was like one of those things to see how the 3080 is going and how it is with the new 20H2 Windows version, and how exactly is the best way to use your X360. Well, I think this is definitely the best way, but you really need to use like an old version where it produces the INI file and the two DLLs, and then have those in your install folder. That way, when it works, it doesn't cut out. This way, you haven't heard my computer go beepily 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 bee, which is when it cuts off a USB device or starts a USB device. And although X360 is a program, Windows considers it a device that draws power and will cut it off. It could also be a conflict in a game where it's got it's trying to decide whether it's getting a direct input or an X input. So it could also be a conflict in the program, the graphic driver. It could be NVIDIA asking where's the control coming from. These are all different points. Fuck me, they're all on 88, 89%. How much gas have I got left? Oh, 92%, and they've only got 88. I'll last longer. But so anyhow, that's all I wanted to do really, was just have a quick go, see what kind of frame rates we were getting while I'm streaming. Like I said, you can basically add another 20 FPS to your games in 4K Ultra if your YouTube will only put this out in 2K, but I am actually uploading, so I'm streaming in 4K, so I'm playing in 4K Ultra, streaming in 4K, running 3 50-inch 4K screens. So yeah, I'm pretty much using my 3080 a lot more than other people use it. Most people are going to be one screen, not necessarily uploading in 4K, you know, but the point is, these are the FPS in 4K doing what I'm doing. And the controller response, and this is what for me is imperative, the controller input lag is far less, so the latency is quicker. The output from my controller to the screen, and that's what's the point is. The point is when I do this, where it translates on the screen, is far quicker because of the way that the graphics card is taking everything and allowing everything to flow. It's not bottlenecking the CPU like it would do normally. It allows everything to go quicker. So it's not all about your FPS for what's on the screen, it's about your input, everything else. So I hope this is going to kind of help people realize that that small amount of money, the 3080 is, if you can get one, and it's worth waiting for, it really is. Oh, you're talking of RTXs. I could not believe it. So I took out, this is what used to be in my computer. So a Strix again, ROG Strix, but it was the RTX 2070ce. Well, I thought I paid 500 quid for this 6 months ago. No, about a year ago, a year and 2 months. year and 2 months ago, sorry. And that, my mind fries. No, it's actually, it was August the 7th or 17th, 2019. Anyhow, I put it on eBay, and within 5 minutes it was sold. I had 4 people, I had 3 bids, and one guy just simply paid. And I put it up for 260 quid. So Mario, as soon as I get your phone number, because I need it for shipping, I'll be shipping that to you. I'm going to put the shipping order in tomorrow morning. I've got the original Overclockers UK box that it came in with all the padding and everything, so, and she has been well cared for and that. So she was in a Helios case, and I think I hit 65 once. 60 was practically all I ever ran it at. It never got over 60 fucking degrees, and I think I was doing a benchmark once and I hit 65, and that was it. And it was overclocked, you know, and it ran at the same frequencies. I got this, it was 2040, 2070 all day long, and if I was just doing everything apart from gaming, it would sit at 32 degrees, you know, all day long. So and it's the same with this 3080. I mean, right now it's actually at 71 degrees, but I haven't done my fan curves yet, so I've got it on a static. I need to do my fan curves, so when it starts getting hotter, the fans go up. I haven't done that yet. But even this 3080 will sit at 32 degrees all day long if I'm not gaming, but I can be watching movies. I can do it on all 3 screens. You know, and it's great, absolutely great. And its normal static draw is maybe a penny more an hour, if that, than that old 2070. So 3080 is definitely worth getting for. I haven't had any problems today with the new version of Windows, so the 20H2, and if you watched the bit before that says the best way to do this with x360 to get the best performance out of it, keep one folder with the original, then copy it and put it into your install folder, but do it with the DLLs and the INI file from an old one, and that way it just doesn't cut out. It saves a lot of problems. There is a problem with X input and power draw from Windows somehow to do with x360. So anyhow, I hope this has helped some people, and yeah, it means now I've got this out of the way, I can get some other videos done that I've been desperate to do, but I've needed to get this sorted out. I fixed RAID 4 where I could just do the DLL no problem, the old x360, but Isle of Man TT took me an extra 3 days. So it's been a pain, but I fixed it today and I'm happy. So I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and I will see you soon. Keep safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.